Guys, this is Anne Testimonia. Welcome to my channel again. The topic of today is going to be about boobs. And yeah, it's a very interesting topic, and it's something that I had to develop a lot of courage to talk about because I saw that on YouTube. There weren't so many people talking about this whole thing, so I'm hoping that this video is going to empower people and encourage people and actually motivate others that are trying to go through the same process as me. So let's get into the topic. How did I decide to get a breast reduction? So it dates back all the way to when I was 13. Yes, 13. And I started developing boobs when I was 13. And they were plumpy, they were nice. I never wore a bra then. I thought it was sexy, it was cute. Like guys were approaching me then too, and I was like, And so by the time I was 14, my boobs had grown past like my, as a 14-year-old, you shouldn't have that, your boobs should not be that heavy. So I really got so sensitive about it. That's when I started wearing a bra. Yes, I wore a bra 24/7. 24/7. I say it. Yeah. So I wore a bra 24/7. The only time I never wore a bra was when I was taking a shower. So I'm working, I'm sleeping, I'm going to school, I'm cleaning, I'm going to the market. Yes, I wore a bra. And when I finally moved to the United States, it was also a huge topic for me and my mom because she always wanted me to take off my bra, but then I would never take it off, and we would get into like arguments and stuff, and she would like try to like rip the bra off, and I'd be like, leave me alone. But eventually, and that was just because I was so sensitive about it. So by the time I was 17, 18, I don't know, but then I was in college, I started developing like bra marks. They were so black. They were from the bra lines all the way to the end, and I was even more sensitive because I couldn't wear like bikinis, I couldn't wear certain kind of tops. Yes, I was still wearing my bras because I really didn't want to expose my boobs like that. And I was also in the field of science, and I traveled most of the time for presentations. And when you go to those kind of places, you really want to look presentable. I had tops, I had professional tops, but then the tops were always one size bigger than me because of my boobs. And even when I wore them, they really accentuated my boob area, that I would go for conferences and I'm talking to someone, and instead of them looking at me, my eyes, they're looking at my chest. And so it even made me more sensitive. So I would wear bras that are even smaller than my boob size, and I would like tuck the boob in such a way that people will not know that I was a very busty person. So that's why. So if you don't know who I am, if I walk past the street, you would not know I'm a busty person, but I'm actually a really busty person. I'm a 40 double G. Yeah, a 40 double G. How does someone carry that? But I took those genes from my father's side of the family, from my grandmother. She was a very busty person. Some of the women in my father's family are also busty, and so that's where I got those genes from. In 2012, I had my friend, very close friend, African American. She also was a very busty person in college. But in 2012, she went over the winter break and she had a breast reduction. She came back to school, she was looking, and I was like, girl, what did you do? How much did it cost? Because I am definitely doing that. So she told me about her process. However, she went to Vegas to get it done. And I thought about it. I love Vegas. I go to Vegas all the time. But for me to go do surgery over in Vegas, that's not happening. And I said, okay, there has to be a better way for me to do this. So I spoke to my mom, I spoke to my aunt that has also gone through the process, and they told me about various methods on going about a breast reduction. So you can either pay for it straight out of pocket, or you can, you know, talk to your doctor and have your insurance pay for it. So I chose that route in 2012. In 2014, I officially started the process because I was thinking about it in 13. You know, I knew I was gonna do it, but I was just thinking about it. Because then I was dating someone, like they were like, no, I don't want you to do it. And I was like, come carry these boobs for me. So in 2014, I started the process, and the process entailed me going to my doctor, actually talking about the process with my doctor, because my doctor already knew about my own issues. I always took painkillers for my back. When I started weight loss, I always had to stop my weight loss because my shoulders were killing me, my back was killing me. I couldn't sleep at night because my chest was just in my boobs were just in my chest. I couldn't breathe properly, and all these health issues was really affecting me. So when I told him I was ready to start the process, he was very excited for me. He sent me to a physical therapist, and I went there for 6 months. Yes, 6 months. And all they did was they put some electrodes on my back with some heat on there. Woo, 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 woo. It was good. But it still really didn't help me over time, because it helps you at that very moment, but it really doesn't, it's not a long lasting effect. It's just a temporary effect. It also helped my back, or my boobs, also somehow affected my digestive system in such a way that whenever I had back pain, I had to relieve myself, because if I didn't relieve myself, the pain just got worse. And when I mean relieve myself, I mean like take a number 2. So when I had severe back pain, I just had to go to the bathroom to get a number 2 out, and then I will be fine. And then I had to also do warm compresses on my back, on my lower back, which will help me too. But I was never really consistent with that. So when I did my 6 months of physical therapy, I also went to a chiropractor to see if I could have my back straightened. That also really didn't help, because I really didn't have a lot of back issues, but besides the fact that my boobs had made me to slump and not stand straight. So I just had like corrective stuff. He also made me to do some weight loss, so workout. I also lost 50 pounds too that time, and my boobs were measured, and instead of my boobs going down, they went up. So because of all these things that I did, he now referred me to a breast reduction surgeon. So I went to the breast reduction surgeon. She looked at my boobs, she took pictures, she touched them, she sent me in for a mammogram, and then she sent me into all these places that I've been to for me to get letters, and then the letters were all compiled, and my doctor also wrote a letter, and they were all sent to my insurance company. And moments later, my insurance approved it. So yeah, I'm telling you this in like 2 minutes, but this is something that I started in 2014, and I enrolled into pharmacy school, and I knew that having this surgery in 2014 was not going to be possible. So I paused the whole process, went to pharmacy school, and then as I graduated, I now decided to have the surgery. So I recently got approved in February, and I'm having my surgery in March of this year of 2018. So I'm really excited. For those people who are really looking forward to you know, having this breast reduction surgery, I really encourage you to do it, because what are you keeping all those boobs for? Why? Your boobs are still gonna grow back. You're still gonna be able to breastfeed. You're still going to be able to have good sex. So why are you still keeping those boobs for? They are affecting your health. They are affecting your posture. In fact, it's not good. When I the funny story about it is, when I went to my surgeon, she asked me at the end, she's like, why were you keeping all these boobs all these years for? And I was speechless, because I never really had an answer for that. So please, if you're thinking about doing this process, go right ahead, because the benefits far outweigh the negatives. So do it. Do it. I encourage you, do it. Pay for it. Ask your insurance to pay for it. Whatever method you decide, go for it. I am an advocate for it. Thank you again for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about my entire process, so things about what things to ask your doctor, how to prepare for the surgery, the day of the surgery, the day after the surgery, a week after the surgery, a month after the surgery, 6 months after the surgery, and 1 year after the surgery. So please stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and I hope that this is going to touch as many lives as it can. Bye.